This one, that is continuity of a function, is an important topic in class 12. Here you will be able to understand the meaning of existence of limit extends to AFX. I have written it already there. And the concept of continuity of a function of fx at x equals to a. The concept of continuity of a function fx at x equals to a. This one is the main thing, but before understanding the continuity of a function at fx at x equals to a, we should learn, or we should understand this one. What is the meaning of existence of fx? What is the meaning of existence of fx at limit extends to a? Means we will discuss whether limit extends to a fx exists or not. You have to go through the whole video, and while understanding the concept which has been discussed in this video, you have to pause in between to understand the concept and then go forward. You may be needed to rewind back also, but if you give some time, then it is granted that at the end of the video, the theoretical concept of continuity of a function will be crystal clear to you. Now in this particular part, which is almost 25 minutes it will take, in this particular part I won't discuss the solution of problems on this topic. I will discuss that in the next part, part 2. Some problems will be in part 2. Some important problems will be discussed there. Then maybe part 3. Okay. Before wasting any more time, go through the concept very carefully, and it is ensured that you will be able to understand each and everything of this particular topic. This is the basic thing we need to learn, that what is the meaning of limit extends to a fx exists. First of all, let us try to understand what is this limit extends to a fx. What does it mean? Look at fx. Fx means function of x. Means if x is taken in this direction and fx is taken in this direction in a graph, then there may be a graph which will be depicted on the graph paper. We have taken this one as an example. Look, here it is fx, and in this direction we have taken fx. And this is the graph, x versus fx. For each point on x, there is a point of fx, and this is the graph fx. Now we were trying to understand what is the meaning of this expression. Fx is a graph corresponding to values of x. There are certain points on the y-axis, they are called fx, and accordingly the graph is being drawn. And let us say there is a point P on the graph. Let us say there is a point P on the graph corresponding to this point, let us say, and the value of this point is say A. That is from the origin, this one is A. Now, according to this A, this is the value of fx. That means we may say it as fa. So coordinate of this point P is A comma FA. Coordinate of this point A is this point P is A comma FA. Now it is saying that limit x tends to A means the value of x is tending towards A. Say the initially value of x was, say, this one. Say this A equals to, say, 10. Now the value of A was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9.5, 9.6, 9.62, 9.7, 9.8, like that. It is gradually going towards A from the left hand side of A. It is very close to A, maybe 9.9 if the value of A is taken as 10. Limit x tends to A means the value of x is approaching towards A. Limit x tends to A. And here it may approach from the right hand side also. Maybe the value of A was initially 12, then 11, then 10.5, 10.4, 10.1, 10.001, like that. Means the value of x is approaching towards A from the right hand side. Maybe from the right hand side, maybe from the left hand side, the value of x is approaching towards A. This is the meaning of this one. Limit x tends to A fx. Limit x tends to A fx means x is a variable whose value is approaching to A. And then what is going to be the value of fx? That is the value of fx when x value is very close to A but not equal to A. Try to understand this point. When the value of x is very close to A but not equal to A. That's why I have taken 2 points on the x. One is A minus. A minus means the x has approached from left hand side and its value is less than A. Maybe 9.5, 9.7. That's why I have called it A minus. That is, A minus is very close to A. A minus is almost equals to A. Similarly, A plus is another value which is almost equals to A. But A minus, we can say that A minus is obviously less than A. That means A minus equals to A minus H, where H tends to 0. Means H is almost equals to 0. A minus is less than A. That means A minus equals to A minus H, where H is a very small value, tends to 0. A means what? A means in this case 10 and H means say 0.001. So A minus H means 10 minus 0.001. So A minus is less than A. This is the value of A minus. Similarly, what is the value of A plus? A plus is greater than A. And obviously A plus equals to A plus H, where H tends to 0. Means the value of H is very less than, very small. Very small. Maybe H equals to 0.01. That means A means 10. So 10 plus 0.01 means 10.01. So A minus and A plus are 2 points on the x-axis which are very close to point A. A minus is on the left hand side of A and A plus is on the right hand side of point A. Now, if we find, if it is possible, I am wrapping out these things. If limit x tends to A minus fx equals limit x tends to A plus fx, then we say that limit x tends to A fx exists. Try to understand. If both the values are same, means when x is very close to A minus but even then it attains a value fa. Say the value of fa is say then say it is 15. Okay, when a minus is say 9.9, then f of a minus, what we are meaning, when a minus is, let us try to write it down here. Say a minus is equals to 9.0 or sorry yes 9.999, then f of a minus is equals to say 15. Say a plus equals to 10.01 and f of a plus is also equals to 15. So we can see that f of a minus, we can see that f of a minus is equals to f of a plus. We can see that f of a minus is equals to f of a plus, and this is supporting here limit extends to a minus fx. Limit extends to a minus fx. This means f of a minus. Limit extends to a minus fx means what? This means f of a minus. And limit extends to a plus fx means what? This means f of a plus. So in this particular example, we can see that both are equal. If it happens that both are equal, then we can say that limit extends to a fx exists. So what is the meaning of limit extends to a x? This one was the question. What is the meaning of limit extends to a fx exists? The answer is, if limit extends to a minus fx equals to limit extends to a plus fx, that is, if a minus equals to fa plus, then we can say that limit extends to a fx exists. That is, in both the cases, when the value of x is a minus or the value of x is a plus, the value of fa, means value of fa minus, is equals to 15 or some constant value, some particular value, then we can say that limit extends to a fx exists. It means what? It means x is very close to a but not equals to a. See, in this particular example, I have deliberately taken a broken graph. Say at the point P, when the value of x is a, at the point P it is broken. That is, the curve is not continuous in this case. Then in this case we can see, that limit extends to a minus fx is equals to limit extends to a plus fx. But if a does not exist, so we can see that even if this one is also called fa minus, as I have already told you, and this one is also called fa plus. So even if f of a minus is equals to f of a plus is not equals to fa, in this case fa does not exist, but in some cases fa may exist, but its value may not be equals to f of a minus or f of a plus, then also we say that limit extends to a fx exists. That means limit extends to a fx exists. Limit extends to a fx exists means if it will not guarantee that fa will exist or fa will have the same value of fa minus and fa plus. If a minus and fa plus both are of same value, say this is the graph, this is a minus, this is a plus, and say this is a. So these two values are same. These two values are same. This is a minus, this is a plus, and this is say a. But if a is not same, then also we say that limit extends to a, fx exists. That means in a very close area, in the vicinity of a, fx exists. This is the point we had to make. And before going further, I would advise you to pause the video and rewind the concept to take it well. Thank you. So now we will try to understand the meaning of continuity of a function at x equals to a. Continuity of a function at x equals to a. I have drawn the same thing, I have written something already on the board to save some time. The same graph I have drawn as the previous one. Here also you can see that when x equals to a, then the value of fx is fa here. At the point P, the coordinate of point P is a comma fa. Now in the previous case, we just try to understand whether f a minus and f a plus exist or not. If a minus and f a plus exist and both are equal, f of a minus equals to f of a plus, then we can say that limit extends to a, fx exist. We were not interested about fa, but here for deciding continuity of a function at x equals to a, we will also try to understand whether f a also exists or not. Means we have to find out whether fx is continuous or not. Continuity of a function at x equals to a means at x equals to a, we have to see that whether the function is continuous or not. There is no hole or something like that. It should be continuous. It should be continuous. Now for continuity of a function, I have written here, a function fx is said to be continuous at a point x equals to a if and only if limit extends to a, fx equals to fa. We have already explained this term, limit extends to a, fx. What does it mean? I have already explained it. Limit extends to a, fx means, just now also I have said that it means the graph is existing at x tends to a minus and x tends to a plus, and the value of them are same. Now we have to also ensure that the graph is existing at fa and the value is also same. So here I have written here, see, in other words, fx is continuous at x equals to a, fx will be taken to be continuous at x equals to a if and only if limit extends to a, fx equals to fa. Means limit extends to a minus fx equals to limit extends to a plus fx equals to fa. Means here limit extends to a minus fx means this value whatever it may be, limit extends to a plus fx means this value, and this value limit means fa, this value, all these values should be same. All of these three values should be same. If it is same, then we can say that fx is continuous at x equals to a, otherwise not. So try to understand the meaning. Say the value of a is 10 and say if a equals to say 15. So this length is 15. Say value of a minus is say 9.9. So f of 9.9 should also be equals to 15. And value of a plus is say 10.01. So f of 10.01 should also be equals to 15. Then only we can say that fx is continuous. Fx is continuous at x equals to 10. Mind it, mind the language. Then only we can say that fx is continuous at x equals to 10. That is, when the value of x is 10, then fx is continuous. To prove that, we have to prove that the value of f 9.9 is also 15, f 10.01 is also 15, and f of 10 is also 15. These three things should be equal. Anyway, this one is written here, that limit x tends to a minus fx equals to limit x tends to a plus fx equals to fa. This thing should be there so that we can decide that fx is continuous at x equals to a. That means, as you have already learned, that limit x tends to a minus fx is written as f of a minus. So f of a minus should be equals to f of a plus equals to fa. And these criteria will decide that fx is continuous at x equals to a. So I think the concept is clear to you. Now I have written something here, that also we can say that fx can be continuous at a point x equals to a in some other way. If we think about it, fx is continuous at a point x equals to a means, say this is the point a, and this is, say, fa, and this is the curve, say, fx. What I want to say is that we can say that fx is continuous at point x equals to a, means at this point. If we can say, if it is proved, if and only if, IFF means if and only if limit x tends to a fx exists. That means f of a minus equals to f of a plus. I have already discussed it. F of a minus and f of a plus means this value and this value should be same. And number two, if a is defined, there will be definite value of fa. And number three, limit x tends to a fx equals to fa. Means f of a minus equals to f of a plus equals to fa. The same thing I have said, only in some other way. So we can say in a nutshell that the graph should not be broken at any point. Say the value of a is whatever it may be. If we want to check that if fx is continuous at x equals to a or not, that means we are wanting to check whether the graph is smooth, continuous graph. The graph is not broken anywhere, and the graph is not jumping from here to there. That is, if fx is continuous at x equals to a, then f of a minus equals to f of a plus equals to fa will be there. Now, in some cases, it may be needed to consider that whether the graph is, that is the fx, is left continuous or right continuous or like that. Say we have found that limit x tends to a minus fx exists, or we can say limit x tends to a minus fx equals to limit x tends to okay, let me write it down in this way, equals to fa, say. That means we are saying that, say, limit x tends to a minus fx exists and it is equals to fa. Then we say that fx is left continuous. Left continuous means it is continuous, fx is continuous towards the left side of a. In the graph we have seen, say this is graph and this is a. So in this side fx is continuous. It can be proved if limit extends to a minus fx equals to fa. And similarly, if limit extends to a plus fx equals to fa, then we say that fx is right continuous. That means the function fx is continuous towards the right side of a. So if a function fx is both left continuous and right continuous, then we can say that the function fx is continuous. This is again the same way to say the same thing. So the question may arise that when fx will be decided to be not continuous. When we can say that fx is not continuous? When we say that fx is not continuous. Say this is the question. So when we can say, first of all, it may happen that limit extends to a fx exists but not equal to fa. In that case we can say that fx is not continuous. Number 2, maybe that limit extends to a fx does not exist. It does not exist. fa may exist or may not exist, that doesn't matter, but limit extends to a fx does not exist. That means fx is not continuous. Number 3, it may happen that fa itself does not exist. If fa does not exist, then limit extends to a fx may exist, but fa does not exist, then also we can say that fx is not continuous. So with this much of idea, we can proceed for solving problems. But before that, I will advise you to rewind back and go through the concept once again before forwarding towards the next session, which will be on solving problems.